All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carried, we're back in session.
All right. We're going to take, before we cross-examine Mr. Brewer, I think we're taking the witness out of order, so go ahead, Mr. Cross. Who do you want to call at this time?
You want to swear in Mr. Lydian?
Yes, but you're calling Mr.
Yes,
Lydian. Raise your right hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Mr. Lydian, we just met, and I understand you're not feeling well today, so I'm going to be very brief, and I appreciate you coming in. If I could ask you to turn to this exhibit book on page exhibit 1. That's going to help you find. So after I ask you about these, then I'm going to have you turn. I want to ask you, Mr. Lydian, you were a former city council member?
Yes.
And you were a city council member in November of 2016, is that correct?
Yes.
Were you present at the November 1st, 2016 city council meeting on the date that packets were dropped off at city council?
Yes.
I've asked you to come in today for purposes of understanding if certain documents were in packets that you may have received at that council meeting, okay?
Yes.
I'd like to ask you to look at exhibit number 1. Exhibit number 1 has already been filed of record and introduced into evidence, but this document is purportedly a couple of fire incident reports printed on September the 27th of 2016 by Todd Spaulding. Do you recognize those documents?
Yes.
Were those documents contained in the packets that were distributed to you at the city council meeting?
Yes.
I'd also like you to turn to exhibit 24, which I put that little post-it on there to be easy. Exhibit 24 is multiple documents, but I'll try to take these quickly in order. There is on the front, it appears to be a tax lien in your name, or one of your body shop's name rather. Was this tax lien included in the packets?
Yes.
Is that the same document you
Yes.
recall?
Yes.
And then if you turn to the next page, there is a series of, like they're called court net, at least I refer to them as court net records, but they're from the Kentucky Court of Justice, and they're a series, it appears to be a series of court net records, traffic incidents and similar, things, small claims over a period of 15 or 20 years relating to Keisha Copeland. Are you familiar with these documents as being in the packets?
I'm familiar with it, but I looked them over.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you don't maybe recall all the specifics, but you recall
Yes.
a series of documents regarding her. And these look like the same documents that you received in the
Right,
packets?
because I had one document and all the rest of them was
Hers.
Keisha.
Let me ask you to look at the last document. It's called, the last 2 pages says rip-off report. And I think you may have even stated something about the rip-off report in the newspaper. If you look at the last, it's the last 2, it's in the same document. You go all the way to the end. There we go. This document. And next page. Is this here to be the same document that you received in the packets with your tax lien and the court net records and the fire incident reports at the November 1st council meeting.
I remember reviewing this, I can't recall where I reviewed it, but I remember reviewing this rip-off here.
And that was, you reviewed it from the documents you received or obtained in the packets, correct?
Yes.
I have no further questions, Mr. Lydian. I'm probably, but he may. Thank you. I'd like to introduce this as Exhibit 24.
All right, go ahead, Mr. Boyd.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Lydian, how many years did you serve on the city council?
I served, I think, about 26 years, if I can recall, maybe more.
Okay. And the issue with this packet is what your testimony is. You remember reviewing contents of the packet, but you don't remember specifically what all was in that packet. That'd be a fair statement?
I don't object to the characterization of what his testimony was. I don't think that was his testimony
I'm
at
asking
all.
him if it's a fair statement. That's-
Go ahead and you can ask about his testimony, it's recorded.
Okay. Are you saying that with that rip-off report, that you saw that in the packet, or just that you've seen it before?
I reviewed it, I can't recall what, but I remember looking through the package and I knew I had one, and there was quite a few on the council lady, Copeland, but there was so many of them.
Okay. All right, let me ask you this question. Is this the first time that packets had ever been found outside of the city council meeting?
It was the first time, yes.
You don't recall in November of 2014 that packets were placed outside the city council meeting about Keisha concerning, from somebody called Bardstown Concerned Citizens?
2014?
Yes. When she and Mayor Royalty were running for office at the same time. Let me show you what I've remarked here.
Can I see a copy of it?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Let me just ask a few questions to see if it refreshes your memory. Do you remember in November of 2014, just prior to those elections, a packets appearing in front of the city council that had a bunch of material on it about Keisha not being a resident of the city of Bardstown when she applied to run for office?
I do not remember seeing no kind of package back in 2014.
Okay, how about another time? You recall it another time?
I'm on the packet. I'm the
Okay. So what you're saying is you just don't have any memory of this particular one?
no.
Okay. Do you recall there being any discussion with the city at city council meetings about Keisha Coachman's eligibility to be a city council member because she had not been a resident long enough to be a city council member?
I just can't remember all this stuff.
Okay. You just don't remember back that far?
Not 2014.
2014, okay. Well, let me ask you this then. Do you recall discussions at city council meetings and city council working committees about the personal use of government-issued iPads?
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember a meeting that the council members had with Tim Butler that would have been about May 16th of 2016, where Mr. Butler advised you all that if you synced up your iPad personal, if you used your personal accounts on the iPad device, that your personal accounts may be subject to public review. And you actually became a little animated when you heard that.
I had some comments
Yeah.
indicated Attorney Butler about there was a KRS statute on personal contents. Personal contents is supposed to be protected, and your personal contents, no one was allowed to review personal comments regardless of whether it was city-owned iPad or whoever iPad it was, but it was a KRS statute. I don't know all of those.
I think you actually told Tim at the time, I'm gonna have.
I object to him testifying what he told him.
He didn't ask, he was on the cross. Go ahead.
Cross-examination. You actually told Tim at that time, I may have to consult with a private attorney about this because I just don't like that. Remember saying something to that effect?
I didn't say anything about no personal. I did not say anything to that effect, but I was going to contact my attorney. I know I didn't say that.
But Tim had told all of you council members that if you were using the government-issued device for your personal accounts and business, that it may be subject to public scrutiny through open records.
I had some concerns with that.
I'm not talking about your concern, I'm just saying, that's what he told you, right?
Well, I can't remember exact words, everything what he told me, but I remember what I used.
Okay.
I did have some concerns with, he was a city attorney.
Mhm.
I'm not an attorney, but I did have some concerns.
Okay.
Concerned that the question that I asked was not, anyway.
Okay, Francis, I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. You're pretty fellow, Mr. Lydian. Thank you. We'll bring back Mr. Brewer.